right, hey, so get this. You guys know that I've been trying to look for an A player to build out my team so I can get to that adolescent phase of my business, right? Posted on Indeed.com. The number one thing that I was gonna have to fix this time around, because after the last fire, I realized I didn't know how to hire. Hiring is quite a process, right? I started to read about it, I started to get educated about how do you find the best people for your company. Here's what I did, okay? I read, I got educated on and what I thought I needed to know to find these A players. First of all, defining what's an A player for me. Would I be able to recognize those traits that I'm looking for in somebody out there? You have to dig a little bit, you have to direct them a little bit to get the answers that you think you're looking for. Not the answers that you want them to say, but in that applicants aren't always going to be 100% truthful, right? What do you do on your resume when you're trying to get that job and you're just fucking desperate, right? You just you'll lie. I need to find out in the way that they answer, in the way that how long they answer, in the words that they use, in the tone that they have, in the arrogance that they have, or humbleness that they have, or humility that they have. In their writing and how they answer my questions or my questionnaires, so that I can find that A player that I'm looking for. And because I'm sort of new at this, I'm not exactly sure. We've been through the ringer, or I've been through the ringer 3 times basically, and I've learned a little bit from that. I learned a little bit from the books. I'm going to learn a lot when we actually sit down with these applicants that have gone through my hiring process, which is one of the things that I did. Was I made a video to cover all these things that I thought I needed to cover and be very, very clear about before we even pick up a camera and go shoot a wedding together, which may be really, really extensive if you think about somebody else who's just goes to a Facebook group to find a second shooter and just says, hey, do you second shoot weddings? Yeah, sure. Okay, here's the date and the pay is this much. So I made these 2 videos, right? 10 minutes long each or something like that. They're pretty long. And I recorded it in a manner that I didn't want to be too funny. I didn't want to be too degrading. So here's a sneak peek of that. Hello, welcome to the hiring process for the Bells and Laces Photography Company. My name is Meg Levu, and I'm going to take you through the hiring process and what the process is and what the journey is. We have a long hiring process, and that's to ensure that we are a good fit for you being a photographer looking to further your skills, looking to get to your goals, looking to shoot more, looking to perhaps take away some of the headache of actually running a business and just focusing more on the fun stuff, which is the shooting part. And it's just to make sure that we're a good fit. So you could see, I'm not, I don't think I'm that serious. I don't think I'm pretty serious. I don't think it's entertaining for sure, but I don't think it should be entertaining. And I asked Kevin to watch it, give me a review, give me some feedback. What other content can I include in here? And he was like, oh, it's good. All the content is good. You said everything that you need to say, but it was kind of, basically he was saying it was boring and a bit strict. Don't you want to attract fun people? Shouldn't there be cool, fun edits, join our team and stuff like this? And I was defensive, number one. I was like, dude, don't you understand we're trying to find somebody who's yeah, they can be fun, but I don't need to see that. I feel like I don't need to put that in my video. You need to understand the hardcore work and expectations and rules and expectations that is required of you, because I did not make that clear the last 3 times, right? Or if I did, I was really too soft on them. And so I don't want to deal with that. If you can't deal with it, and I put that in the video basically, is who am I looking for? Then bye, then this is not right for you, and that's okay. The faster that I can get to the person that's gonna fill the role that we need, the better, right? And then 2, I was well, I wasn't confident after hearing that. I was okay, well, if it's not entertaining, it did make me doubt myself. I said, well, I don't know what to tell you. I'm not gonna make a fun, fake video saying, join our team, blah, blah, blah. That kind of goes without saying. If you're an A player and you see how we run our business, and after everything that I explained to you, and you don't see that, then you're not the one. And fun means different things for different people. And so I decided to screw it and be oh, I'll just, give out a text like this text description, I was like, dude, this is gonna be so freaking long. Like, this is why I decided to make videos. I wanted to say everything I needed to say. I wanted them to see who I was and how serious I was. And he was like, you know what, you've already made it, just send it out, let's just see, just test it. He's like, what can it hurt? And I was like, all right. And the same night, you know, the 6 people or 8 people that I sent this to, 6 people responded. And from there, best believe I could see who was humble, who was paying attention, who was answering the questions correctly, who was arrogant, right? I could see why they could be arrogant, but then you still are coming into a new company, so there's really no reason to be arrogant. You can be skillful, you can negotiate your salary, but you have to do it wisely. And so he got scratched off the list. I just wanted to make note of this because I have this sneaking suspicion, because I am female. Yeah, an audience is more likely to pay attention to you and like what you're saying and give credence to your message when you are a little bit more softer, more feminine, more ladylike, not aggressive and masculine the way that I can be when I deliver my messages. When I have something to say, I say it in a way that's probably not the friendliest or doesn't look the friendliest. One, because my face looks like this. And in order for somebody to even hear my message, I have to look a little bit prettier, I have to put on a little bit more makeup, I have to smile a little bit, but I don't do that shit, all right, because I have resting bitch face. Okay, I get it, it could be a turnoff as to like me getting the message across. At the same time, I'm like, good, if it screens out wimpy fools, I don't need you here. If you're here for my face, okay, but like if I'm gonna look for somebody to actually join our team, you have to see past that and you have to understand the big picture, right? So it gave me more credence and more understanding. Like, okay, let me put my makeup on, let me put my best face on or something. And it's not like I wasn't professionally dressed, you know, professionally dressed, did my hair, did my makeup, all that stuff, but still I wasn't a peppy self. I was laying down the law, basically. Like, these are our laws, these are the way that we run our business, and this is who we're looking for. If that's not you, cool, bye. So I don't know, I just think like if a dude were to make the same video, right, without being peppy or entertaining, it would be just fine. Like, I don't know, it's a weird sort of, I think, double standard. You know, he's just being serious. I've seen tons of videos where guys have videos that are similar to that, and they're just speaking normally like this. I think if it was a girl, it would be like, smile more, right? Why don't you smile more? You know, you sound bossy or bitchy or something like that. And I get that a lot too with that double standard of women versus men creating content or putting themselves out there when they have something to say. So see, I even get it from my husband, and I'm like, all right. And then you just like don't care and move on and do it anyway. That's what happened. We're getting closer to actually finding somebody, I think, maybe, I don't know. I still have to do like an in-person interview and a little test with these people, but I'm just glad that people are responding, and people are responding to the way my hiring process is set up. And that means that it's replicable, right? So if we actually find somebody here and go all the way through to the end and actually find somebody worth being on the team, then I know we have a good system. You know, we talked about quantification in another video, quantification and documenting everything and writing everything down. Sure, these people are not going to stay with me for their life, right? Of course, they've got other things going on. So I need to find a way to systemize it, to make it replicable, and for somebody to manage this at some point where I don't have to sit here and every single morning look at applicants and say yes or no and then send them the thing. So interesting, very, very interesting. And just goes to show you, if you have an idea in your business, just fucking try it, okay? Even though like you ask for second opinion and everything, like in the end, it's your decision. Just try it. What's gonna happen? You're gonna learn a new thing. You're gonna be like, if my videos didn't get a response, then that's when I would be like, okay, let's adjust it. Let's be a little bit more peppy or something like that, that they get really turned off, or really watch it again and go over it again and be like, well, okay, I could be a little bit less stern here or something in my tone and how I deliver it. Because I understand delivering the message is important too. How do you deliver it? and not just saying, oh, this is me. Take my message for what it is. Don't make me put on makeup. I don't mind putting on makeup in the big picture of things. It's how you deliver the message. So I understand that, okay? I understand. If you have an idea, just try it. Just go for it. Some people ask me on the channel, like, what kind of settings should I put for my camera? I'm like, dude, put it on auto hit record. What? That's a stupid question. I'm not saying you're stupid. That's a question that you're putting in the way of yourself. And it's an excuse for you not to just go do the work, okay? Settings, what? If you're not a videographer, okay, you're just making videos like this, put it on auto, hit record, okay? That's it, okay? Bye, I'll see you next time.